Fertility rates are the lowest they have been in a very long time right now. And people are constantly asking, why are people not having kids anymore?
So I had a baby 2 months ago and I just got the hospital bill. First thing is the labor room / delivery room, $13,900. Okay, want to know the final total? In total, it cost me $47,292.01 to have a baby.
Guys, welcome to the channel. I thought about discussing this topic has been on my mind for a little while now. You must have seen this video online where people are choosing not to have kids. Not because they don't want them, but because of the financial strain. Let's look at the reason and see what's really driving their decision.
Are dinks, dual income, no kids, living the new American dream? For many millennials born between 81 and 96, the ultimate symbol of financial and personal prosperity revolves around being one half of a dink. According to this new research, which identifies that 45% of millennial women aren't getting married, buying a home, or having kids in that order. Instead, 26% of this cohort of women are pushing pause on starting a family so they can focus on their careers and personal finances, with 10% actively prioritizing saving so they can have children in the future. When you look at declining birth rates, U.S. birth rates fell to the lowest since 1979 in 2023. You want to guess one of the main reasons? It's estimated that it cost roughly $300,000 to raise a child born in 2023 due to housing, food, childcare and education, transportation, healthcare, clothing costs during their formative years. It's hardly surprising that women, whether they're a couple or not, are considering financial factors before having a child. How sad that we've let society get to a point, not only about groceries and rent and housing, but the ability to have children. There are so many millennials and Gen Zers that want to have kids but can't because they're unsure of the future of this entire society, or they simply can't afford it. That is how you know the system is broken.
As you heard, guys, there are so many factors making people choose not to have kids. The expectation around parenting have gotten much higher, and many Gen Z and millennials are still struggling to pay off their student loan. And on top of that, it costs nearly $20,000 to $30,000 a year to raise a kid, and it could be much higher than that, depending on where you live. Some people tell you, even though they enjoy the benefit of not having kids, yet they're still struggling to make the end meet, even with degrees in high-paying fields like IT and healthcare. The reality is, wages in many sectors haven't kept up with the rising cost of living, making it difficult even for well-educated people to get ahead. Just take a look at the comment on this video. You see so many people related to the experience share. It is not just few isolated cases. This is the reality for so many people. Here's the comment. My boyfriend and I make around 100K and don't even feel like we could afford a child. The system is broken. Yeah, you see even people who are making, the cap 100 and going up, don't even feel like they're making enough money to afford a kid. And here's another comment. Where am I supposed to raise a child when I can't even afford a home? Yeah, this is just like I said, this is not just isolated cases. You could see one of my videos I posted 2-3 weeks ago where many Gen Z are sleeping in a car. And you could see what she said on this comment, like, how am I supposed to raise a kid when I can't even afford a home? Here's another comment. $20,000 a year for child care, while the average income in America is $59,384 a year. It is crazy. Not to include, you still have to pay taxes, food, housing, and other bills. We have a real problem. Yeah, we have a real problem. Some people don't want to live, paycheck to paycheck to get to the point where you are one emergency away from being in a really, really, really bad situation. They don't want to have that. They don't want to make you work, but they want to have a really nice, stable life in case something happens.
So I had a baby 2 months ago and I just got the hospital bill. Please hold. Let's see how much it costs. I have the breakdown on my computer. So I vaginally delivered him and I was induced. And yes, I got the epidural. Whew, amazing. Oh my gosh. First thing is the labor room / delivery room. $13,900. Ouch. I got another bill that says roof.
And here you have Elon Musk agreeing that kids are free. Let's look at this post before we continue the video. And here this person is like, I don't know who need to hear this, but having children is literally free. Can we stop there with the kid expensive nonsense? Your lifestyle is expensive, not children. And Elon Musk is agreeing. Yeah, exactly. Did you just guys hear what she said over here? She said how much it was. Again, let me replay the video.
$13,900.
You hear what she said.
Room and board, semi-private, that was $19,111. Next charge is anesthesia, $2,181. Pharmacy, $1,291.33. Other diagnostic services, that was $1,001. What is that? Please explain. The laboratory was $862, and then I got a charge for the emergency room, which was $411. So all those together, $38,757.33.
That's a lot.
That hurt more than the contractions. Thank God for insurance. They covered a lot of it. My amount due is only $1,418.26.
Wow.
Whew! I'm not done. I have like 3 more charges. Next bill is from US Anesthesia, and they charged me $13.56 But after insurance, that was only $135.67. My last 2 charges is vaginal delivery postpartum care, and that was $6,793. Ooh! The last final charge was the cervical dilator, which is the balloon that they put up there to induce my labor. That was $385. After insurance, $651.16. We love insurance. Okay, want to know the final total? In total, it cost me $47,292.01 to have a baby. But after insurance, I only had to pay $2,205.09. Wow.
This is the worst.
Lucky she has insurance, but that is damn expensive. Babies are definitely not cheap. It doesn't matter if it's a boy or a girl. The hospital are definitely going to overcharge you. Take a look at the comment under this video. It was $40,000 for a tubular pregnancy for me. I thought the emergency surgery was covered under insurance, but my insurance said fuck that. Damn, you could have insurance, but still you may not cover in situation like this. It is crazy. And here's another comment. They tried to overcharge me $38,000 for labor and deliver. I had labor and deliver my baby at home. Damn, what did I just say? They'll try to overcharge you for the work they didn't even do. Look at this next comment. Whoa. Mine was 980,000. That's damn nearly $1 million for preterm labor. And I had to sit in the hospital a month. And he was premature and had to stay there in NICU a month after. Damn, and look at the reply. Yes, mine was $1 million. Yeah. Are we all billionaires, millionaire? Mine was $1 million and had a premature as well. A long NICU stay. That is crazy. $1 million? I understand the labor was, the baby was premature, but who's going to afford $1 million? Are we all billionaire? I understand why some people might choose to opt out having babies. Imagine if you have 2 baby consecutive and both they overcharge you $1 million. At the end of wanting to have the 3rd kid, are you really going to want to have kids again? This is crazy, like I said. This is crazy on so many levels. And I would understand why many Gen Z are choosing not to have kids. The system is just broken.
Are we moving to a point where people who graduate from college are just going to stop having kids, like the majority of them? I love this comment. Melanin Matters 89. You said we're also moving to a point where most of us college graduates don't want to bring kids into the world because of society's mess, debt environment. Yeah, like it's mind-boggling how much the cost of living continues to go up. You know, I can't imagine having kids now just with the price of everything. I mean, you figure if you live in New York or San Francisco and you get like a 2 or 3 bedroom, if you have kids, that's probably what you need. An apartment. It's probably going to run minimum $3,000. And I can't imagine coming out of school like that girl I did the video about. She was a zookeeper and she makes $13 an hour. And you think about that. She can't really move far away from her job because how many zoos are around? There's probably 1 zoo every 100 miles or something. Like, she's got to be in the vicinity of where she works. Yeah. And a lot of people who, let's say you work in Hollywood, right? There's nothing around Hollywood that's less than $2,000 for like a single that ain't got rats and roaches in it. So it's crazy.
Yeah, especially those living in big city like New York, Los Angeles, Vegas, and other people are deciding not to have kids due to the combination of affordability and lack of family support. But then you have others saying people are just prioritizing the wrong thing. That's why they can't afford it. Take a look at this.
But I don't think being a parent is that expensive. One thing people always tell me is like, oh my God, I don't know how you do it. Like, kids are so expensive. And like, yes, but no. And I think that it boils down to like lifestyle choices and the things that you choose to do for your children. I think a lot of people overspend on children by buying unnecessary items. Your baby, your toddler does not need Nikes and the freshest Jordans or whatever the heck. They also don't need 100,000,000 toys. And that is one thing that I learned really early on, is that a lot of that stuff is just junk. I feel like being a girl mom too, like I fall victim to this, to buying like the super cutesy things, especially now that she's getting a little bit older. But when she was a baby, I kept things very gender neutral so that they could so the items could be like worn a bunch of different ways, and it just made it more practical and useful, and I didn't spend a lot of money on unnecessary clothing items.
Yeah, what she's saying might be true, but it is really expensive if you want your kids to have the best of the best. Things like extracurricular activity, swim lesson, and all those extra really add up. Let's not forget where people live. If you ask me whether I want to have kids, my answer is yes. I grew up around 4 siblings, including myself, we are 5. And I truly believe having kids is the biggest blessing. But I'm only going to have kids when I'm financially ready. Other than that, I don't know. What about you guys? Are you thinking of having kids, or do you have some already? How expensive has it been raising a kid? Comment down below, guys. We've reached the end of this video. As always, guys, if you're new here and if you do like this type of content, just don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below what kind of content you want to see more on my channel in the future, and I'll see you guys in my next video.